It is Friday, bros and ghouls. Illusionist here with another tutorial. For real. This makeup tutorial has been on my bucket list for a long time. Probably because it literally has to be the most popular look of any movie villain. When I finally completed this Dark Knight inspired Joker look, all I could do was stare into the mirror and ask myself,
why so serious?
You will need Rigid Collodion Scarring Liquid, Snazaroo Classic Red, Classic Black, Classic White, and some makeup brushes. Start by applying Rigid Collodion from the corner of the mouth, brushing outward toward the ears. I chose Rigid Collodion because I felt it appeared most like old scar tissue when dry. Keep in mind the Joker received this wound as a child. Keep the layers of scarring liquid thin, giving them a few minutes to dry between coats. As the liquid dries, it will naturally tighten your skin. Add small vertical lines of liquid that cross over the main scar. This will help the wound appear more organic, as if the skin tore in different directions. I used an image of Heath Ledger with the movie prosthetic as a reference. It showed details like this wound area below the bottom of the lip that can't be seen as well when the makeup is applied. Add more layers of scarring liquid as needed to create a more dramatic effect. The opposite side of the mouth had a shorter scar with more definition. I built up the liquid and added more vertical lines crossing through the main scar. Avoid getting scarring liquid on the lips or near the eyes. This is what the completed scar looked like before makeup. Now apply Classic White to the entire face. I started along the jawline applying the paint in layers. For the scar area, I used a latex sponge. Evenly distribute any white over the scar without pressing too hard. Avoid getting paint into the scar itself. When completed, the depressions of the scar should be more defined. I applied white over the nose using my finger because it allowed the paint to appear more opaque. I also did the same thing along the outside edge of the upper face. To pull out the details on the forehead, raise your brows and allow wrinkle lines to appear. Then apply white over the surface using a sponge. The areas of exposed skin will give you guidelines for a more weathered, worn look. Now go in with a wet cotton swab and remove any additional paint on the wrinkle lines. Scrunch your brows to express the lines above the bridge of the nose. I also used a fine brush with water on it to lengthen the lines or make them more subtle. You can also use a fine brush to pull away white around the eye. It is all of these little subtleties that can really add to the look. Next, apply black to the area surrounding the eyes. I stayed along the lower lid and gradually moved outward. The lower areas of paint should be swept out in fine streaks. The area just below the brows should be smudged. I used a wet cotton swab to achieve any smudging. If you're using cream makeup, a small amount of makeup remover can be used to achieve the same smudging effect. When the eyes are complete, you should start feeling a little crazy. At this point, I'm pretty sure I was just mouthing nonsense to the camera. The final step to this look is adding red to the lips and scar area. I applied it to the lips first, then pulled the color out onto the scar with water. Then I went in with a cotton swab and removed any excess red from the lips so the natural color could appear. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Feel free to follow me on other social media or watch more tutorials at the end of this video. See you around Gotham.